Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, new Epstein emails released this morning. The early freeze moving out, and the ballroom celebrates in style with some surprises.
Breaking news for our viewers in the West. The newly released emails from convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, some focused on President Trump. What Epstein wrote to his now convicted accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell, what Maxwell wrote back.
The big chill. Millions waking up to an early winter blast. Florida freezing. Icy conditions causing chaos on highways. More than a foot of snow falling in some areas. Sam is tracking it all and the warm-up on the move.
Shutdown endgame. Lawmakers out of town for 54 days, still collecting a paycheck. Now set to vote in just hours on the bill to reopen the government. This morning, the tough questions about health care. As many Americans are confronted with rising costs.
Relief in sight. A major return to work for air traffic controllers. But why Transportation Secretary Duffy says there's more pain to come before air traffic is back to normal.
Infant formula recall expanding. At least 15 babies now hospitalized across 12 states from the botulism outbreak. Why that number could grow, as we hear from the mother of a hospitalized 4-month-old.
Asleep at the switch? A San Francisco train operator appearing to fall asleep with a packed train speeding through a tunnel. Tossing passengers around. We hear from one of them.
Coming clean.
I don't see myself as innocent.
Former Smallville star Allison Mack speaking out for the first time after serving time for her role in the sex cult NXIVM.
I'm gonna keep on talking and walk my walk.
The new AI-powered song topping the Billboard country chart. The reaction, and how you can tell if you're listening to AI or a real artist.
A perfect party. Dancing, celebrating with some of your favorite stars returning to the ballroom. Plus the big twist and the huge royal surprise. Ginger takes us behind the dazzling scenes.
Good morning, America!
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Wednesday. Good morning, America.
That is how you start a Wednesday morning. Good morning, America. Ginger, we can't get her back. She's still in the ballroom. The big 20th birthday bash look overnight, and we can't wait to see more behind the scenes.
That is going to be fun. Also had millions of Americans waking up to another morning of winter weather. Sam's tracking that. First, our top story just breaking. Newly released emails from convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, some focused on President Trump. Jay O'Brien is tracking the latest. Good morning, Jay.
Yeah, George, good morning. These are records that the department, or rather the House Oversight Committee, subpoenaed from the Epstein estate. Reams, thousands of pages worth, released this morning by Democrats on that panel, several mentioning President Trump by name.
This morning, the bombshell release of what House Democrats say are emails to and from deceased convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, several referring to President Donald Trump by name. In an April 2011 email released by Democrats on the House Oversight Committee, lawmakers say Epstein wrote to his now convicted accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, 3 years after pleading guilty to sex crimes involving a minor, telling her, "I want you to realize that that dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Unnamed victims spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned." According to the released emails, Maxwell responds, "I have been thinking about that." But this summer, in a recorded interview with the Department of Justice, Maxwell told Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, the president's former lawyer, she never witnessed Trump act inappropriately.
I never witnessed the president in any inappropriate setting in any way. The president was never inappropriate with anybody. In the times that I was with him, he was a gentleman in all respects.
Shortly after that interview, Maxwell was moved to a minimum security prison camp, prompting criticism she received special treatment. Committee Democrats also releasing this January 2019 email, where Epstein corresponds with author Michael Wolff less than 6 months before the financier would be charged again, this time with sex trafficking of minors. Discussing President Trump's repeated claim he kicked Epstein out of his Palm Beach club, Epstein writing, "Trump said he asked me to resign, never a member ever. Of course, he knew about the girls, as he asked Ghislaine to stop." In This Morning, author Michael Wolff telling ABC News the emails were an attempt to get Epstein to talk about his relationship with Trump, and that Epstein always maintained that he was never a member of Mar-a-Lago. Trump never kicked him out, and Epstein insisted the basis of their falling out was instead over a real estate deal. President Trump has denied any knowledge of Epstein's alleged crimes.
It's a hoax. It's started by Democrats.
After Epstein's arrest in 2019, Trump said he hadn't spoken with him in 15 years. And earlier this year, Trump claimed the reason he banned his one-time friend from Mar-a-Lago in the mid-2000s was because Epstein stole Trump's club staff, including young women.
He took people, and because he took people, I said, don't do it anymore. You know, they work for me. And he took, beyond that, he took some others. And once he did that, that was the end of him. I didn't like, when they steal people, I don't like it.
And no response yet from the White House on the release of these emails. Meantime, right up here on Capitol Hill, in just hours, Speaker Mike Johnson will swear in Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva. The speaker has prevented her from 7 weeks now from taking her seat. She says one of her first orders of business will be signing that petition, providing the last signature it needs to force a vote on the House floor for the release of thousands of other pages of the Department of Justice's Epstein records. Once she does that, the clock starts ticking down to that vote, expected in the coming weeks, George.
Thanks, Jay. Now to those freezing temperatures from the Northeast all the way down to Florida. Heavy snow around the Great Lakes. Sam's got that. Good morning, Sam.
Here's some of the headlines. First flurries in New York City yesterday. Feet of lake effect snow in northwestern Pennsylvania. Cold-stung iguanas that fell to the ground in Florida. And it wasn't just the iguanas that had problems getting where they were going. Millions of us did.
This morning, an early Arctic blast creating chaos for millions of Americans. More than half a foot of snow falling north of Syracuse, New York. Those lake effect snow bands forcing drivers on Interstate 90 near Erie, Pennsylvania, to take it slow. Slick roads, reduced visibility causing hundreds of crashes reported from the Carolinas to upstate New York. In West Virginia, these slick, icy conditions causing this one, involving a police SUV.
After the police got here, a semi hit the ice, lost control, turned over, and then slammed into the police car.
Eric Ambrose wrecked his pickup and watched helplessly as a tractor-trailer slammed into the responding officer's cruiser. Luckily, no one here was seriously injured.
Florida gets into the 70s this afternoon, even after the cold morning temperatures. But look at places like Midland, Austin, Dallas, Oklahoma City, Kansas City, all the way up to Minneapolis. These numbers warm up really quickly. And by the time we get to Friday, we are already 10 to 25 degrees above normal. So it's a real quick displacement from cold to warm. Robin?
We welcome that. All right, Sam, thank you. Now to Washington. The deal to finally end the government shutdown set to come up for a final vote in the House. Our senior political correspondent, Rachel Scott, tracking the latest there on Capitol Hill on day 43 of the shutdown. Good morning, Rachel.
Robin, good morning to you. We know so many Americans out there are going to be watching this vote closely. The House comes back into session today for the first time in 54 days, preparing to vote on a bill to end the longest government shutdown in American history.
This morning, House lawmakers are racing back to Washington for a vote to reopen the government.
I'm on my way to Washington, D.C.
Lawmakers have been out of town for 54 days, still collecting a paycheck during the shutdown. Some hitting the road driving back to avoid any flight cancellations. If all members get back in time, Republicans can only afford to lose 2 votes. The president confident they'll get it over the finish line.
The House is going to vote, and I think they're going to vote positively. I think most people want to see it open.
While the bill would reopen the government, it does nothing to address the expiring Obamacare subsidies that Senate Democrats spent weeks holding out on. Instead, Senate Republicans have promised a future vote on health care, but it's highly unlikely that would pass. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries slamming Republicans.
We're strongly opposed as House Democrats to this reckless Republican effort to continue to raise the high cost of living on everyday Americans.
At a town hall in Iowa, Republican Congresswoman Marionette Miller Meeks facing questions about the GOP plan for health care.
So we need to bring the cost of health care down. Unfortunately, in 2010, when the Affordable Care Act was passed, the reason why, because it may have been 2 years, but
Many Americans now confronting the reality of those rising healthcare costs. In Seaside, California, teacher Brianna Vasquez, a mom of two, pays $282 for her monthly insurance premium. That number now more than $1,000.
It should not be this way. We should not have to have subsidies to afford healthcare, but then do something about it and fix it.
So the vote in the House is scheduled for early this evening to give members time to get back here to Capitol Hill. Once the House passes this bill, it heads to the president's desk for his signature, then begins the process of reopening the government, including calling back hundreds of thousands of federal workers who have been going without pay for the last 43 days, George.
Okay, Rachel, thanks. And with the end of the shutdown near, things are looking up for air travelers. Mess not over yet, however. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is at LaGuardia Airport with the latest. Good morning, Gio.
Hey, George, good morning. This is actually the best morning we've seen in just about a week in terms of cancellations, just over 800 right now. Now, that situation can always change later this afternoon, but right now there are signs of major improvement. This morning, a major return to work for air traffic controllers with an end to the shutdown now in sight. Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy saying 81 control centers had staffing shortages on Saturday, but Tuesday, just 4.
I think our air traffic controllers are seeing an end to the shutdown and feel more hopeful.
Even with that news, the FAA still plans to reduce flights by 10% Friday until all air traffic controllers are back to work. And if the shutdown doesn't end, Secretary Duffy warning there will be more chaos ahead.
If this doesn't open, you might have airlines that say, we're going to ground our planes. We're not going to fly anymore.
More than 1,200 flights canceled and over 3,300 delayed Tuesday as a blast of winter weather and the ongoing government shutdown collided to create even more chaos for already weary travelers.
If they cancel again, then I'm just waiting around all day and I can drive there in 8 hours.
And while the Transportation Department plans to give ATC workers 70% of missed pay within 24 to 48 hours of the shutdown ending, this morning still uncertainty for TSA workers who have also gone without pay for a month.
They've taken loans out of their retirement accounts, which is very, very bad. I was like, could you imagine needing to take money out of your retirement to pay your bills when you've been going to work for the last 42 days? That doesn't make any sense.
Now, if the shutdown ends this week, it could still take days or even a week for airlines to fully recover. But the fact that so many air traffic controllers have already returned to work, well, that is giving many people a lot of hope, Robin.
It certainly is, Gio. Our thanks to you.
Now to the botulism outbreak linked to infant formula. The recall has expanded as 2 more babies have been hospitalized. Rhiannon Alley here with the latest. Good morning, Rhiannon.
Hey, good morning to you, George. Yes, more babies are sick after drinking that tainted formula. We first told you about this recall yesterday, but it is growing, and we are now hearing from a mom whose baby had some really scary symptoms from drinking it. This morning, the infant formula recall now expanding. Nationwide, at least 15 infants have been hospitalized across 12 states in the outbreak. Parents reporting all of them ingested By Heart Whole Nutrition infant formula.
You just feel helpless.
4-month-old Piper was hospitalized with infant botulism on Saturday after her family first noticed she wasn't eating or sleeping well.
We seen the recall and, I just, in my gut, I was like, yeah, we need to take her. Her gag reflex was not intact. It's like, it becomes paralyzed.
Botulism is a rare but serious illness caused by a toxin that can damage the body's nerves. Early symptoms in infants often include constipation, poor feeding, a weak cry, and a loss of head control.
It can take a few days to weeks in order to start to become symptomatic.
By Heart now widening its recall, as well as testing every batch of formula through a third party.
We worked with a third-party accredited laboratory to conduct testing on our product. We've also openly invited FDA and CDC into our facilities.
Hannah says early detection in Piper's case was key.
She's going to make a full recovery. They said we just got very lucky to catch it as early as we did.
Luckily, no deaths have been reported, but if you do have this formula in this recall, do not feed it to your baby. Just throw it away. Robin, we are so glad baby Piper is going to be okay.
Oh, we certainly are, Rhiannon. Thank you. Now, the frightening moment caught on camera. A San Francisco train operator apparently falling asleep at the controls of a packed commuter train. Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman joins us now with that video. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Robin. Who among us hasn't just nodded off at the end of a long shift? But this operator of a train in San Francisco still had 2 cars full of passengers zooming down the track at 50 miles per hour and blasting through stops when she allegedly fell asleep. Take a look. This morning, that dramatic caught-on-camera moment, an operator driving a packed San Francisco commuter train is snapped awake after appearing to fall asleep at the controls.
Next stop, Dubose.
As the train hurtles through a darkened tunnel, the operator slumps in her seat, her eyes appearing to close. And then suddenly, as the train shoots out of the tunnel at an estimated 50 miles per hour, there's that jolt. She bolts upright and immediately grabs for the controls. Passengers knocked down like bowling pins.
We're all laying on the floor. Some people are screaming. Most of us are just like frozen, and I'm just waiting for full impact.
The train even barreling past a stop before finally coming to a standstill, the driver trying to calm the riders down. You can hear her try to explain that the brakes were not working properly.
I'm sorry, relax. We didn't crash.
The San Francisco Municipal Transportation Authority investigating that September incident, concluding that it was actually a result of operator fatigue after finding no evidence of mechanical issue. Thankfully, only one person reported with minor injuries. And you know it's a rocky ride when you have to tell your passengers, it's okay, we didn't crash. Now, the San Francisco Municipal Transportation Agency says it has reinforced existing training, which includes how to report fatigue, and they're working on software that would limit speeds in specific locations along the route. As for the train's operator, the agency adds she's now in a non-driving status. George.
Matt Gutman, thanks. Now to those two giant jackpots, Powerball still climbing. Mega Millions approaching $1 billion after no winner last night. Larry here with the details.
Can you believe it? Again. So yeah, a lot of people don't play the lottery until the jackpot gets big. Well, people, now is the time. No one won last night's $900 million Mega Millions drawing. That means Friday's top prize will be an estimated $965 million. Ooh. That's a $445 million payout if you prefer the cash option.
Yes, please.
Yeah. It's not the biggest payout ever. It's only the 8th biggest prize in Mega Millions history. We still have a ways to go until it reaches its all-time high of $1.6 billion. There have now been a record 39 straight drawings without a jackpot winner. If it gets to 40 on Friday, we will probably be looking, guys, at that $1 billion prize. Now, if you're more of a Powerball person, that jackpot, that isn't bad either. Tonight's drawing is up to $512 million. Cash alternative, $239 million. The odds for Powerball, 1 in 292.2 million. Mega Millions odds, 1 in 290.4 million. You decide. Seems like maybe worth the investment.
Yeah, so Mega Millions a slight advantage.
Slight advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I was going to give her credit for not saying that.
I couldn't resist.
I was listening to the millions and billions in payout, and I stopped listening to the odds. Those numbers were confusing to me.
Thank you, Lara. Coming up, Janae Norman here with new details on former Smallville star Allison Mack on her role in the next CM Called. Hey, Janae.
Hey, George. Good morning. Allison Mack is breaking her silence after her time in prison. What she said about recruiting and blackmailing young women, and why she also said that she was just desperate to help people.
All right, Janae, thank you. Also ahead, the new development related to the mother of that missing 9-year-old California girl. She is due in court. The mother is due in court.
We have a lot more coming up here on GMA. Stay with us.
Back here on GMA, that was Robert Irwin's emotional performance on Dancing with the Stars last night, earning him the first perfect score of the season, and he kicked off the dance with a royal surprise. Ginger has all the details. She was there. It's the 20th birthday of Dancing with the Stars.
There were a lot of 10s last night. First new at 7:30, protests breaking out at the COP30 climate summit in Brazil. Some protesters were armed with weapons, were able to storm into the UN climate conference, clashing with security. 2 guards were injured. Also, take a look at this rescue at sea caught on camera off the coast of the Dominican Republic. Emergency responders pulled 55 tourists to safety after their 40-foot catamaran started taking on water and sank. Some Americans were among the passengers. Only minor injuries have been reported. Plus, part of a newly built bridge in China collapsed. You see it right there after landslides hit the surrounding mountainside. The 2,500-foot bridge officially opened just months ago. Police had closed it to all traffic on Monday after cracks appeared on nearby slopes and roads. No injuries reported. And quite a night for stargazers. Millions got a chance to see the northern lights in nearly 24 states across the country. It was enhanced by a powerful solar storm. That is something.
Absolutely beautiful. But now, the former TV star who went to prison for her role in the NXIVM scandal. Allison Mack is now telling her story about her role in the sex cult and how she recruited young women to join. Janae Norman is here with that story for us. Good morning, Janae.
Robin, good morning. Allison Mack says it took her a year to plead guilty to the charges against her because she couldn't face the truth. The fact, she says, she desperately wanted to help people, wanted to heal sexual trauma, but instead became someone who helped cause it, admitting that she was mean, forceful, and abused her power.
This morning, Allison Mack, the former Smallville star who pled guilty to racketeering charges after admitting that she was one of the lead recruiters for the sex cult NXIVM, is speaking out for the first time.
I don't see myself as innocent.
Mack admitting to the CBC's Uncovered series that she relied on her television fame to recruit women to NXIVM and then manipulate them into sexual slavery.
And it was a power tool that I had to get people to do what I wanted. I think that I was very effective in moving Keith's vision forward.
Keith is Keith Rainier, the mastermind behind NXIVM.
I'm an interesting person, I'm a controversial person, but most importantly, I'm an unconventional person.
He originally built NXIVM as a vehicle for self-improvement, but it quickly descended into what prosecutors called a sex trafficking operation, where women were branded with Rainier's initials and coerced into sex. In court, Mack admitted to recruiting impressionable young women for Rainier and then blackmailing them into becoming sex slaves.
I was harsh, and I was callous, and I was aggressive and forceful in ways that were painful for people and did make people feel like they had no choice, and was incredibly abusive to people, traumatic for people.
India Oxenberg, daughter of Dynasty star Catherine Oxenberg, was one of the dozens of women who initially believed in Mack's promise of female empowerment, but instead wound up her sexual pawn for 7 years.
Her worst quality is just the fact that she treated people, she dehumanized people. She was inhumane. And that's hard to come back from.
As we sat down for our conversation and the topics became more serious, I mean, it became very clear to me that Allison is a changed woman. She's very serious, she's very introspective, and she's very remorseful.
Mack says she takes ownership for all the wrong she did during her time with NXIVM, but maintains she didn't set out to hurt people.
I definitely recognize and admit that I was abusing my power, but I also can't negate the fact that there was a part of me that was altruistic and was desperate to help people.
So Rainier is now serving a 120-year prison sentence after being found guilty of human trafficking, sexual exploitation of a child, and conspiracy to commit forced labor. Mack was initially sentenced to 3 years in jail and was let out after 2 for good behavior. She's currently pursuing a master's in social work and working at a nonprofit to help bring arts into prisons, guys.
All right. Janae, thank you.
In the new song topping the country digital sales charts, some artists are not happy about the creative team behind it. Larry's got the story.
I do indeed, George. The new country hit Walk My Walk has a lot in common with Tilly Norwood. Remember that name? She was the wannabe movie star that has enraged many actors. Well, that's because, like Tilly, this country song was not made by a hardworking musical artist. It's an AI creation, and country music stars are not singing its praises.
This morning, a music industry first.
You can kick rocks if you don't like how I talk. I'm gonna keep on talking and walk my walk.
The AI-generated country hit Walk My Walk by Breaking Rust, hitting #1 on a Billboard chart. The song, released less than a month ago, already streamed more than 3 million times, beating out actual humans for the top spot on Billboard's country digital song sales chart. The success getting mixed reactions.
It's made by a robot. It's an AI-generated song, and I'm not sure how to feel about that.
As a graduate of a music industry program, this is fascinating to me. As an artist, this is absolutely insane to me.
Billboard acknowledging Breaking Rust is an AI act, saying it's one of at least 6 to chart in the past few months alone.
Let go, let God, give him control.
Like Zanaya Monet, the AI R&B and gospel crooner created by songwriter Talisha Nikki Jones, amassing more than 44 million streams since her debut.
I think ultimately
This feels almost like an experiment to see just how far something like this can go and what happens in the future and in other disciplines of art as well.
This just one of many examples of AI making its way into art.
Tilly Norwood, 100% AI generated.
AI-generated actress Tilly Norwood drawing swift backlash with her debut.
I'm built on everything that came before me.
Actress Emily Blunt telling Variety's Clayton Davis.
That's an AI.
Yes, that is a...
Good Lord. We're screwed. That is really, really scary. Come on, agencies, don't do that.
AI artists won't require all the things that a real human artist will require. And once companies start looking about and considering bottom lines, I think that's when, artists should rightly be concerned about it.
Indeed. ABC News did try to reach out to Breaking Rust's creator for comment, but could not find their contact information and did not get a response through social media. So how can non-experts tell if a song or performer is real or AI? There are apps that can tell and things you'll want to listen for, like the lyrics not really making sense, guys, performances not being consistent from song to song. Another tell. It's hard to pick out what instruments are being played. They sound close to something recognizable, but they're hard to name.
You can see why there's so much concern.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of people talking about it.
You want to like the song, but you don't want to like how it got there.
I mean, if you've ever been to Nashville, there are so many incredible artists working so
hard just to have a moment.
Just to try to make it. And then this has got to be extremely concerning
It seems
and
unfair.
disheartening.
Seems unfair when we put it in that context.
When it comes to the arts,
Yeah.
AI, we often have this discussion, and there's ways that it's helpful. But when it comes to the arts,
Medically, I think if it can help us find
Yeah.
cures, absolutely. To take jobs from musical performers, artists, not so much.
Great point. We are ready now for our GMA Strong Play of the Day, spotlighting those neighbors helping neighbors in need. Nearly 42 million Americans rely on SNAP benefits to put food on that table. While SNAP has trickled in for some folks, millions more don't know where their benefits are going to return. Food banks are struggling with this increased need, but they're trying to get in there. Elizabeth Schulze visiting one in West Virginia with doing some great stuff. Elizabeth, this is so nice to hear.
It really is, Sam, and good morning. Food pantries in West Virginia are seeing an increase of 1,800% in demand just in the past week. We are here in Huntington, West Virginia, where volunteers are coming in early. They are packing up food. They're adding shifts to try to meet more workers who need this food. 250 families typically come to this food bank. In the past week, that number has gone up to 900 families a day. And we're told that a lot of those families are furloughed government workers who have never needed food assistance before. In the state of West Virginia, about 1 in 6 people rely on SNAP food assistance. This is a state where 100,000 kids need those payments, and no partial payments have gone out yet. That Supreme Court ruling means that the Trump administration for now does not need to send out those full payments. So that means that food pantries like this one are really having to step up to meet the demand. We are talking about how they've already faced budget cuts. Tennyson Thornberry, you are an executive here at Facing Hunger Food Bank. Just talk to us a little bit about how dire the funding is right now. We know that we have Thanksgiving around the corner, the holidays around the corner. Are you worried that you are going to run out of food?
It's a dire time for sure. We've considered this like a pandemic, but a pandemic on steroids. So it's really been difficult on our team. We worked long hours, long days, many days in a row to keep up with the demand. We've had pantries up to 1,900% increase. As far as the food demand, when this started to happen toward the middle of October, we increased our deliveries. So we went from having 20 trucks a month to 20 trucks a week to be able to meet that demand to have food here on site.
We are excited to share, so we have some news that's going to help meet that demand for you. As you can see, we've got some volunteers from Target who are here with us today. Target has made a commitment to donate $25,000 to the Facing Hunger Food Bank. I can see the look of surprise in your face. I don't think any of you guys knew this was coming. What's that going to do for you?
So that means a lot to us. We appreciate their partnership. They're a great partner to us every day anyway. We appreciate the partnership from Governor Morrissey for the provisions that he has given us and his administration, as well as the National Guard, to be able to be on site to help us pack food boxes and deliver food boxes as well.
And we know the National Guard has really had to step in.
Yes.
That's not all I have to announce for you today. We can also say today that $25,000 commitment is part of a bigger $500,000 commitment from Target to Feeding America the nonprofit organization across the country. $500,000, guys. That's going to be going to food banks across the country who are in need right now. That is a big number when we're talking about how to help really meet an unprecedented situation, as you called it.
Sure, it's really going to help get a lot of food out to our community, to the counties that we serve, so that people don't go hungry. And there's grand families out there. There's people that do work that still rely on us to be able to get food.
And we have one more thing to tell you, too, to help everybody right now facing higher food prices. Target has also announced that it's going to be cutting prices at its stores for food, drinks, and a lot of basic essentials. So, guys, that is just really great news for so many families as we head into really what's a critical time here going to the holidays, guys.
Really stepping up in that way. 1,800% increase. 1,800%. Please give them all our best, Elizabeth, and the work that they're doing and the volunteers that are there. And it just means so much. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much.
We'll give them a hug for you, Robin.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be right back. Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. The big chill. Millions waking up to an early winter blast. Florida freezing. Icy conditions causing chaos on highways. More than a foot of snow falling in some areas. Sam is tracking it all and the warm-up on the move.
Dream home or dream bigger?
I just reached $500,000 invested.
The new financial debate, is saving for a home really worth it? How one young woman is on track to retire by 45.
The time freedom that comes with early retirement is a lot more compelling than purely being a homeowner.
What's the right future for you?
Waltzing into 20. Dancing with the Stars celebrating a milestone birthday.
Live from Hollywood, it's the 20th birthday party of Dancing with the Stars.
Ginger is taking us inside the ballroom.
You brought the royalty in tonight. Like, what?
With the biggest moments from the night. As they say,
Good morning, America.
Buenos días, America. Gucci, Gucci, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Wednesday. Good morning, America.
I'm telling you, they do not miss a beat. Good morning, America. Dancing with the Stars celebrating their 20th birthday. Ginger is in LA, keeping us on our toes with the behind-the-scenes action. So, Ginger, how much fun did you have last night?
Oh, Robin, I am behind the judges' table, so I'm locking in my score. Last night was a 20 for the 20th birthday of Dancing with the Stars. It was just like enchanting on the dance floor. Tom Bergeron was back. Nearly 100 pros and stars from the last 20 years came out to party. And we saw performances of a lifetime. I'm going to be back to share an inside look at how the magic came together in just a few minutes. But until then, I'm channeling my inner Bruno and giving you all the fun.
Good job,
it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
First, look at the top stories breaking at 8. We start with millions of Americans waking up to another morning of winter weather, freezing temperatures. From the Northeast all the way down to Florida, heavy snow around the Great Lakes. Sam's got all the latest.
Yeah, it was so warm on the West Coast. Good morning, George. Good morning, everyone. How about a little time lapse with your coffee this morning? This is from Monday, that first snow of the season coming into Chicagoland. A little bit more than an inch at O'Hare, but about 5 inches of snow generally around the area. We still have that Arctic blast on the East Coast, and that means Florida, we're still starting out with some real chill this morning. Look, by the way, at Chicagoland at about 39 degrees. Wind chills are something that were really tough when this first air mass worked in, but now we're talking about 35 in Charlotte, 40 in Myrtle Beach, 30 in Washington, D.C. Nashville, our wind chill is right around 36 degrees. Everybody wants to know when the warm-up happens. Look at the warm air that's been pooled to the west. Now this starts to shuffle east, so get ready. We're going to take those temperatures warmer right away in Florida. Kind of the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic holds on to the cooler temperatures, but look at this. Kansas City at about 72 degrees. By the time we get into Friday, that's 10 to 25 degrees above average. And some of those places that were so chilly in the morning, Orlando, Miami, Jacksonville, all in the 70s, near 80 degrees as well. So this was a weird push, unusually early of Arctic air, but now we're slamming that warm air back across the country. Robin?
Yeah, we're going to bounce back. All right, Sam, thank you. Now to the mother of missing 9-year-old Melody Buzzard, due in court today to be arraigned on charges of holding a man captive in her home. Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman is back with that story for us. Matt?
Hey, good morning again, Robin. It's been nearly a month since authorities began this frantic multi-state, multi-agency search for missing 9-year-old Melody Buzzard. She was last pictured in this surveillance video appearing to wear a wig, but today her mother Ashley has her first appearance in court in Santa Barbara County, but she's not facing charges in her daughter's still unexplained disappearance, but for that false imprisonment charge. Now, according to the charge, a friend named Tyler Brewer said he'd sent her a letter offering to help her search for Melody, but at some point after Ashley invited him over to her house, and after she'd allegedly regretted divulging something to him, a box cutter was produced, and despite multiple requests to be allowed to exit the home, Tyler Brewer said he was not immediately permitted to leave. Now, the mother, Ashley Buzzard, faces 1 count of imprisonment by violence, but also a lot of questions from law enforcement, like why did she take her daughter on a 3,000-mile road trip to Nebraska in early October? Why was Melody last seen somewhere in Colorado on October 9th? And where is the 9-year-old now? Law enforcement tells me Ashley has been uncooperative, but the goal of the investigation remains to find Melody safe. Guys.
So many questions, as you said, Matt. Thank you. Coming up on our GMA Morning Menu, meet the woman rethinking her financial future and saving to retire early instead of buying a home. How she's doing it and how to know if it could be right for you.
Also, the stars of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives join us with a scoop on the new season.
And our GMA chef in residence, yes, Allison Roman, talking food, family, Thanksgiving. Oh, she brought some snacks. And Tori Johnson, you brought some gifts. I know you're with Lara and Sam.
Yeah, she sure is. Gifting season is here, and Tori's joining us with great products for all of your loved ones.
And she has a special surprise for all of us. I'm not talking about just the green sparkly tables. There's more.
No.
You don't want to reveal it. You don't want to miss the reveal.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I do want to reveal it.
Okay, we'll do that then when we come back.
Right?
We'll be right back.
Beautiful Wednesday morning. Sam, I mean, George and I just sometimes look over that into the couch.
I feel like I'm in 3rd grade.
It's probably my fault. I'm sorry.
I share that sentiment. But we're back now with our GMA cover story and the way some young people are rethinking their financial future by deciding not to buy a home and instead save the money for early retirement. Elizabeth Schulze is back with that story for us. Good morning again, Elizabeth.
Hey, good morning again, Robin. So the typical first-time home buyer in the U.S. is now 40 years old. That's the highest age on record, which speaks to how housing affordability is really a challenge for many younger Americans. We spoke with one aspiring homeowner who decided she's better off putting her money in the stock market and investing toward retirement.
I just reached $500,000 invested.
This morning, it's the American dream reimagined. 34-year-old Anita Kinoshita in California choosing to put homeownership on hold and invest her money toward early retirement instead.
As someone who it wasn't a 6-figure earner, it was very challenging for me to have multiple financial goals.
After Anita landed a job making $70,000 a year, at first that priority was buying a home.
It felt like that was the definition of success. Like that is what my dad would want me to do.
She put in multiple offers over 2 years and realized how expensive it is to compete with all cash home buyers. So she decided to keep renting and put her savings into the stock market, setting a goal of retiring by the age of 45.
I had to make a call between early retirement and home ownership. And to me, the time freedom that comes with early retirement is a lot more compelling than purely being a homeowner.
It's a calculus Ramit Sethi, author of I Will Teach You to Be Rich, says more young Americans might want to consider.
One thing that I want people to understand, especially young people, is that you are not a loser if you rent. That is such a common belief in America that because we have not bought a house, we are somehow second-class citizens or losers.
With home prices near records and interest rates still high, new data from real estate firm CBRE shows on average in the U.S., it's twice as expensive to buy a new home than it is to rent. The average new monthly mortgage payment, including closing costs, is $4,575, while a new apartment lease averages $2,234 a month.
In some cases, it will be a better financial decision to rent and invest the difference. In other cases, it will be a better decision to buy, but you've got to carefully run those numbers before you make that major financial purchase.
And of course, that decision on buying versus renting does depend on where you live. But this all speaks to this idea that younger Americans are really reconsidering if the path their parents took, buying a home, is the right one for them, or if maybe they're better off putting their money somewhere else. Guys.
Big question. Yeah, sure is. Thank you, Elizabeth. Now to Dancing with the Stars, 20th birthday in the ballroom last night. Ginger got an inside look at the action. Hey, Ginger.
Hey, George, so tell me you're at the Dancing with the Stars party without telling me. I think it's a Mirabald champagne bottle. But this party only ended a few hours ago. It was a night full of hugs, tears, goosebumps, and an epic celebration of what this show is built on. 20 years of telling stories with dance.
It's the 20th birthday party of Dancing with the Stars.
A momentous night, 20 years in the making. The original 6 pros returning together to kick off Dancing with the Stars' 20th birthday. Since its debut in 2005, ballroom dance exploding into a phenomenon. More than 400 stars performing 3,500 dazzling dances. Tom Bergeron receiving a standing ovation, walking out with current hosts Alfonso Ribeiro and Julianne Hough.
Let's give a big welcome to our honorary guest judge for the night, Mr. Tom Bergeron.
Hi, sweetheart.
Bergeron returning as guest judge.
So I'm looking for the type of dance that induces goosebumps, but since I'm sitting next to Bruno, I'm also trying to avoid a concussion. I'm having a ball.
Yeah? What have you learned so far from being a judge?
So far, that it's easier when you can sit down for 2 hours. It feels like I was here last week.
Yeah.
And the outpouring that I've received, I can't talk about it. I get choked up.
Last night, the show honoring past and present.
Under this time where she's gone.
The final 7 couples battling it out for a chance at the semifinals.
I'm dancing and singing in the rain. Squish.
And I just want to say, that was really good.
That was your breakthrough moment by a long shot.
4 couples earning perfect scores.
A no-brainer. 10. Yes, we got 10.
A night of returning favorites. Nearly 100 celebs and pros coming home.
People still ask me about Dancing with the Stars, even though it's been, how long for you? 10 years. Yeah. All the time. It's, I would say, like, probably the
Room is the best.
the number 1 or number 2 thing that I get asked.
It's so cool to see the iterations of it have still lived on, and now it's sort of circling the wagons and coming back and living on TikTok.
You are part of the catapult of the show resurgence. I mean, truly, how does that feel, and how did you do it?
You know what? It was such a good season. It was just a really fun time, and I think that allowed for creativity to bloom.
Bruno and Carrie Ann at the judges' table since day 1.
This is a show about the celebration of life, about moving and being alive.
People don't realize how much work goes into putting this together.
Back in the ballroom, a massive royal surprise.
Oh my goodness. How are you?
Hey,
oh my
Robert,
gosh.
how you doing? We're missing you, Robert. Whilst your twinkle toes are going off elsewhere, I need you down here.
Oh my goodness.
Robert Irwin honoring his dad the same way his sister, Bindi, did on season 21, dancing to Footprints in the Sand. Bindi and Robert together on the ballroom floor.
You brought the royalty in tonight. Like, what?
Getting a call from Prince William in rehearsals was not something I had on my bingo card, but that's just the kind of guy he is. I mean, we both work on international conservation efforts. Tonight felt like it was a chance to bring my world, what I represent, my legacy, my dad, into the ballroom, and it was such a gift.
And a twist, the celebs dancing with past winners and not their pros. At the end of the night, the ballroom saying goodbye to the people's princess, Andy Richter. You know what the show's about. You just felt it.
Yeah.
And you embody it. You epitomize it.
Beyond a certain point, I was like, whenever they send me home, I'm going home on a parade float in my mind, you know, I mean, because I never thought I'd get this far. I never thought that this would mean this much.
It does. I gotta say, so many people last night told me that this show changed their life. Alfonso noted one of the biggest gifts was the most votes ever in the program's history coming in last night. I asked almost everyone as well why the show still works 20 years later. They say it's the vulnerability, the true reality paired with the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. It's people seeing themselves in these stars, getting invested in the human beings. And you do not want to miss the semifinals, which come up Dancing with the Stars next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on ABC and Disney+, streaming the next day on Hulu. I just feel grateful that I get a chance to still move around on this dance floor.
Oh, let's get ready for Deals and Steals.
Yes, it's time to get gifting.
All right, Tori Johnson is helping us kick off the holiday season with some great products for your loved ones and our loved ones.
Oh yeah, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Because this segment is sponsored by PayPal, so we have so many great deals to help you get started on your holiday gift list and save big. So let's start with Stretch.
Yes.
Everstretch.
I
From
like
Coco
Stretch.
and Carmen, we love Stretch. They make really phenomenal stretch jeans. It's kind of that four-way stretch, so
Yeah.
it moves with you no matter where you move. Get softer, better fitting with every single wash. And then to pair with those great jeans, we've got a huge selection of their sweaters.
I really like the buttons.
You like the buttons? The buttons
and
are
I love
fun.
This, like, fawn color. It's
Right?
really great.
That's a great color, great fit. So we've got sweaters, wraps, ponchos. We've got fringe, buttons, kind of a cable knit, whole bunch of options for you. Something for everyone. All 50% off, starting at $29.50.
All right.
Big seller.
Okay.
What's going on over
all
here?
right, so this is fun.
This is a
called
giraffe hammer?
Handy Fam. Yes, and so this is one of the easiest
obsessed.
ways to allow little
Look at
kids
this.
to get involved in kind of the big action. So look at this right here. We've got a tape measure right here that's like a little dog.
Oh,
and then,
come
so
on.
literally, Frankie told me this is the tape measure he's going to be walking around with
Yes.
here. So we've got,
What is
these are
this?
real functional tools that
Frankie,
allow you
squeeze it.
to, that's the little wrench right here.
Oh, that
That's
is
the wrench.
so great.
But
Look, you
at this.
adjust it
We've
and
got
then-
the, oh wait, I've got this one right here. Look at that octopus screwdriver right there.
No
it's a
way.
real screwdriver. So they're all real tools
Can
that
you imagine if
perform
our
and
crew
function.
was walking around
Right?
with all these on their tool belts?
Starting tomorrow,
I love that video.
Handy
This is
Fam, all
fantastic.
50% off.
This
It's
is a
really
great
fun
idea.
to let little
Fun
kids
gift.
get involved in big action.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
something else for the little kids, but we got a lot of oohs and ahs around here for some
Yeah.
of the big kids.
Come on, I'd wear this.
Right? Sweet Wink. These are created by mother-daughter duo to allow all of us to kind of tap that inner superhero.
That's
great.
And what I love about it is you'll feel, Sam, super soft tool.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, it's
It
not
is
that
not itchy. Exactly.
This is
And-
quality because it's not that stuff that you would get at like some cheap store,
yeah,
right?
exactly. It's the good stuff. The other is that
I
it's
love
shed-free embellishments.
My nieces
so
would love.
you don't have to walk around the house worried about a trail of glitter. The embellishments are going to stay
you know
on
that.
it.
I know
Yeah,
that.
Sam, you would understand
Oh,
that. So
every
we've
morning.
got capes, we've got headbands, wands, we've got all the gorgeous stuff.
Everything you could want.
$15 or $20.
Yep.
Big assortment.
And it's
from
gorgeous,
Sweet Wink.
too.
Yeah, that's
Just
great,
beautiful.
Tori.
All right, so we're moving from the sweet to the serious. So whether you have objects at home that are sentimental or essential, or the range of sentimental to essential, you want to be able to organize it with ease in the most modern, chic way, and that's what Savor does. So one of their most popular is the folio that allows you to put all of the essential documents, like if there was an emergency, this would be the go-to that everybody grabs.
We
if
always
you're
say you should
unavailable.
do this.
Yes. So if you're unavailable,
Yeah,
all the
this is
key
great.
documents are in there. But then they also make great things like a baby keepsake box that is
Yeah.
gorgeous enough to keep on the living room table
I
so
love
that
mine.
your memories get to like be in front of everybody versus just like shoved in a closet
Yep.
in a shoebox. So they really help you to organize everything again from sentimental to essential. All 50% off, starts at $20.
And it looks so
I was just
good.
going to say that navy blue is so chic.
Yeah,
So
I'm
good.
getting that.
Okay, I love this. So my son Jake's a veterinarian in Raleigh. One night, gets an emergency call, 2 a.m., hops in his Jeep, the battery's dead. He remembers, Mom put one of these things in my glove compartment.
Good, Mommy.
And you know what? 10 minutes later, he was at the animal hospital and could take care of that emergency because of this product.
That's great.
It's become his glove box hero. It could become your holiday hero. Everybody needs a jump starter in their car. And how about a pink or purple one?
Right, and a flashlight for
So
at night if you have trouble.
Smart to keep one of these in the car. You'll be their holiday hero. These start 53% off. So smart. And then finally, the cat's pajamas making their GMA deals debut. Feel how soft this is.
Yes,
100% Peruvian Pima cotton, light, airy, unbelievably soft. This queen bee pattern here has been their bestseller through the test of
that's
time.
like a t-shirt, and this is more like a men's Oxford, but I love them both.
The
They're
cotton's
so soft.
phenomenal. We've got a big variety of patterns from them, all 50% off, super soft.
Oh, Tori, these are so great. So we partnered with these companies on all of the products. You can get them at gmadeals.com. That QR code, as always, takes you right there to do it. But that's not all this morning. Tori, you got something special for all of us.
Something big. So you guys know New York City is known for our iconic storefront window displays. And this year we are getting in on that same holiday spirit, bringing it right here to our new downtown studios with our very own Home for the Holidays shoppable displays. Here we go. Ready?
Check these out.
3,
This is great.
2, 1. We have decked the halls of our studio windows. Look at that with these heartwarming displays showcasing some of our favorite deals to shop all season long, helping you, our viewers, to save big so that we can be your one-stop shop to stretch your dollar for all of your holiday gifting.
So you get to enjoy the visual, plus you can actually shop the window.
Yes, you can shop everything in those windows, and all of your favorite shows have a dedicated window in our new home.
I drove in today and I saw Kelly and Mark.
Yes, so GMA, The View, Tamron Hall, Live with Kelly and Mark, all filled with amazing products from 86 small businesses.
Oh, that's awesome.
All, of course, with discounts, so you can stretch that dollar. And our sponsor, PayPal, wants to help you make the most of your money this holiday by getting 5% cash back when you split your purchase into 4 bi-weekly payments with PayPal's Pay in 4 option. No fees, no interest. Super easy to use.
That is
so you guys want to scan that QR code or head now to gmadeals.com to dive into the windows. This is truly a dream come true.
Congratulations.
I mean,
beautiful.
Meg, Billy, Mateo, Maya, all of just our superstar team that built this. You guys are incredible. Go check them out.
Thank you, Tori.
Thank you. That's fantastic.
So
really.
great. So shop away. Meanwhile, right here on Good Morning America, we have the stars of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. They are here talking about the new season.
We are back with GMA Strong, spotlighting those helping neighbors in need. Want to go back to Elizabeth Schulze at a food bank in West Virginia. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Hey guys, so we are back at the Facing Hunger Food Bank here in Huntington, West Virginia. You can see volunteers here. They've been here since early this morning packing up these boxes. They're going to be packing up about 1,400 of these boxes just here today. And these are all going to be going out to senior citizens in the community who can't come to food pantries. They're going to be delivered to those who are in need. We are seeing such a surge in demand in this community, almost a 2,000% increase in people who are needing food over the past week. In West Virginia, a lot of the community is reliant on those SNAP food benefits. 1 in 6 people get SNAP benefits here. That includes 100,000 children. So we really are seeing this increased demand in a lot of these communities. We did talk earlier today about that donation from Target, $25,000 to this food bank. I'm here with Bettina Hazlett. You do community outreach with this food bank. Talk to us a little bit about what the community's response has been in this time of such need.
It's been absolutely amazing to see the people from Appalachia to come in and to gather around us and to help us in any way that they can. We have had so many people wanting to volunteer here. I've literally had to turn some away. We have volunteers that are coming from homeschools, so little ones from the age of 5 to elderly that are coming in that will just sit and build boxes for us just so they can help.
People of all ages, all generations wanting to help out right now.
Yes, absolutely.
And we know we're just ahead of the holidays, Thanksgiving a couple weeks away. already that is typically a busy time of year, even without the government shutdown. Talk a little bit how you're preparing for that time.
Well, we bring in the extra volunteers to get more of the food out, and we're preparing for our mobile distributions where we would typically have about 250 families that would come and receive food there. We're preparing for up to 800 families at our mobile distributions because there's been such an increase.
From 250 to 800 families at some of those mobile sites.
Yes.
And in a community like this, a more rural community, those are really important to get people where they are, get that food out where people can find it.
Yes.
We are happy to see the community coming together. Do you have any ways people can help if they say they want to help?
Well, actually here we can provide 9 meals for just $1. So time, talent, and treasure. That's
Those
what we
three
need.
things go a long way. Thanks so much for speaking with us. Very inspiring to see all this go together.
We're back now with Taylor Swift officially closing the book on her history-making tour with her upcoming 6-episode docuseries, The End of an Era, taking fans behind the scenes of the show with appearances from family and friends such as Gracie Abrams, Sabrina Carpenter, and yes, Travis Kelce. Of course, you're looking at the new poster for the series, which premieres on Disney Plus beginning December 12th. And tomorrow here on GMA, we have an exclusive first look at the new trailer, and we look forward to sharing that with everyone tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's go to Sam and Lara.
Thank you, George. So we're going to talk now with the ladies of Mom Talk, the viral hashtag that led to a show that has just absolutely exploded. In just over a year, it has spurred the hit series, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Everybody is talking about it. Welcome to GMA again, you guys. It's great to see you.
So nice to have you. The whole cast is here this morning ahead of the season 3 premiere. Jesse Draper Nadikara is here right now. We've also got, Jen Affleck is here right now. Jen making the move to get here last minute, so we're glad you're here. Layla Taylor's here. Miranda Hope's here. So hi, everybody. Welcome in.
Hi, thank you for having us.
So you guys said you just wrapped shooting.
Yes, we did. We're constantly filming.
I know you said it's just part of your lives now.
Yeah.
How would you describe, in one word each, how would you describe the new season?
For me, traumatic.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's fair, though.
Okay.
Yes. Pregnancy.
Okay. Layla?
For me, healing.
Interesting.
Chaotic.
Oh, I'm intrigued by all of these answers. Well done, ladies.
I think your fans would say the same thing for each of you, really and truly, because it's a personal reflection of what the season was like. So, Jesse, last season kind of ended on that cliffhanger for you because of very public scandal and controversy. Let's talk about how much will we see of that in season 3? What happens from there?
Oh, gosh.
And are you okay?
Yeah, thank you for asking. I'm fine. It was a little bit ago, so I'm picking up the pieces now, but season 3 definitely focuses on my personal life. It's really raw, vulnerable, healing, like Layla said, and I'm excited for the audience to see it and hopefully relate to my story, but it is embarrassing for sure.
It is. I mean, it must have been hard to sort of open up like that.
Yeah, it was. But luckily, all these girls are my best friends, so opening up to them, it wasn't difficult.
Yeah.
But there just happened to be a camera there as well.
All right. Well, we can't wait. Let's see a clip.
Your family is being broken up and there's a lot of joking and laughing. Do you think that's all? I think I am looking at it, but I'm really good at putting it back up.
I feel like I kind of have heard like little glimpses of what's happened with you and Jordan, but it's never been like specific. It's like so hard to talk about.
All right. Well, it sounds like you do talk about it,
Yes.
though. I want to talk to Layla because in the first 2 seasons you were more subdued.
Yes.
But you say, get ready because we're going to get to know a lot more about you this season. Can you elaborate?
No, I feel like season 1 and 2, I was like a shell of a human. I was going through so much behind the scenes that wasn't shown. I was in the process of divorce and kind of just stepping into who I was as a person. And I feel like season 3, I've just kind of found my voice and my light and a new side of Layla. I'm excited for everyone to see it.
That's great.
Ladies, there's been so much spread on other shows. We could talk about the Dancing with the Stars thing as well, but I want to jump in a little bit to The Bachelorette because now we've got Mom Talk leader Taylor Frankie Paul becoming the new Bachelorette. So what do you guys think of this?
So excited.
Yes.
So
it's going to be like Taylor's version of The Bachelorette.
Yes.
We're so excited.
Do you think that she'll find love?
I do. I'm optimistic that she will. She jumps in quick and she falls hard fast.
Yeah,
so I think she's got a shot.
Yeah, it seems like it's tailor-made.
Yes,
exactly. Sorry, I had to go
We have to
there.
have the puns for her, yeah.
So let's talk Dancing with the Stars. Are you guys rooting for Whitney?
Yeah, I mean, I think that she's killing it. There's no denying she's an incredible dancer.
She's
so
amazing, yeah.
She's going to make it far.
Yeah, well, she already has. I mean,
Yeah,
and you guys know it's not easy out there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so we kind of have you ladies spread throughout the platforms, don't we?
Yeah. Yes.
A little Bachelorette, a little Dancing with the Stars, and of course the brand new season of the show. Guys, we're always so happy when you come. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Guys, the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 3 drops tomorrow. Where, Sam?
On Hulu. Wait a minute. Disney and then Hulu after that.
Disney
so Ginger,
Plus, Hulu.
Yeah.
And we'll be watching.
Thank you.
All right, now we're going to turn to at-home beauty hacks, taking over social media. GMA lifestyle contributor Lori Bergamato is here to show us some of the most popular ones. Thanks for doing this.
Oh, my pleasure.
Everybody's talking.
That's true. And many people, Lara, use complex procedures or expensive products to give their looks a boost. This segment is sponsored by Rock Skincare, and we're checking out some of the hottest beauty trends you can do at home and on the go.
Yeah, all right, so let's get started. We're going to talk about this facial version of like the polar bear dip. It gives us chills just looking at it.
Yes, but we need this. This one's actually going wild on social media. Starting your day by just plunging your face into ice cold water. This cold wake up call first thing in the morning. It can help reduce puffiness. It can minimize under eye bags. And by the number of videos we're seeing, the likes, all the posting, lots of people are really going for it.
All right, so DIY massages, always really popular. Not as cold, how does that work?
I know, I'm really excited about this one. So all you need is a good moisturizer, 10 minutes, and the right technique. It's gonna help contour and sculpt your face through lymphatic drainage. And the idea there is that it stimulates your lymphatic system to get rid of excess toxins and fluids from your body, which will then reduce puffiness, improve your skin tone, the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And my favorite part is it's very relaxing.
Yes,
also.
absolutely. And we need that wherever we can get
That's
it.
right, yeah.
And then a lot of people always, and this is not a new one, but people want that bigger, fuller lip.
Yeah,
Let's talk
absolutely.
about the trends happening and what people are saying.
Well, this one I'm really excited about because you can get that perfectly pouty look without needles by using Rock's new lip volumizer.
Let's check that out.
Yeah, it's right here. You just apply it like lip gloss.
Yep.
So as you can see, we're going to see Rock spokesperson Bethany Frankel. She applies it in this Instagram video. And this product was actually developed in collaboration with dermatologists. So in just 3 minutes, 90% of users saw visibly fuller, plumper lips.
That's amazing.
I know, right? And in over 4 weeks, there was 2 times the improvement in lip volume that you can actually see. You love when you have results you can see, right? And here's the best part. It is super affordable. You guys can grab it right now on Amazon for less than $25.
Our friend Bethany showing us how it's done. Listen, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you to our sponsor, Rock Skincare. We want the down low always on what's trending, and this is the gal who gets it done on all beauty hacks. So thanks, Laura.
Thanks, Laura.
Coming up, our GMA chef in residence, this week only, sadly. Allison, please move in. We love your food. We love your energy. And today, Allison's answering some of your questions, and she's brought snacks. Stay with us on GMA.
We're back now with the best-selling cookbook author and GMA chef in residence this week. We've been loving having Allison Roman. Thank you, Allison. She has been showing us how to utilize our pantry, keep our food bills down with recipes from her brand new book. It's called Something from Nothing. I had said it like that. Something from nothing. Sorry, but something from nothing.
We're editorializing.
I know, but, and look, you brought snacks with you.
We did.
Thank you so very, very much.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on everything.
Thank you so much.
This is your 4th cookbook.
Yes.
All right. Now that in itself is an accomplishment, but wait, there's more. You have your store.
Yes.
You have your pasta sauce.
Yes.
And there are other projects that you want to be involved in?
There are so many projects that I want to be involved in. I also had a baby this year, so I'm sort of trying to figure out where, you know, in the timeline,
Sure.
I can figure out how to have a toddler and like 18 businesses.
Yeah.
So a lot of dreams, only one of me. We're going to figure it out along the way.
Yeah, that's how you should be.
But one of the big ones is this pantry store you opened up in upstate New York. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so I have kind of always wanted to own a grocery store. It feels like with all the work that I do, which is, you know, teaching people how to cook, giving people recipes, the natural progression for expansion of my line of work would be to help people find the groceries. So it felt like having a grocery store was, it's so cute.
What town is that in?
It's called Bloomville, New York. It's
beautiful.
in the Catskills upstate. It's about 3 hours from here, not close, but a wonderful destination. I get people from Vermont, from, you know, far upstate New York, from Canada that come on road
So
trips.
was the dream realized what you hoped it would be, to be a grocer?
It was. I think that for me, you know, anytime, mostly when you travel kind of outside the United States and you go to a grocery store, you do your shopping, you find a little meat market, a little produce stand. It's so charming. It's just, everything feels from the heart and warm and cozy and natural, and the lighting's good and the people are kind.
And you're talking to people, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a setting for a show.
Exactly.
Not to give you another job.
Well, you know, that's on the horizon, maybe, in my dreams. But it sort of feels like shopping and grocery store, you know, procurement can be enjoyable, and it can be a really bright spot in your day, and you can discover new ingredients, but also get, you know, your old standby box of pasta, and it should be delightful.
Can we talk about the snacks that you brought? Because
Always.
yesterday's food killed it, by the way. I mean,
Oh my
unbelievably
gosh,
wonderful.
I
could dream about that.
Yeah.
But this looks like holiday party done. Like, it's not snacks. Like, I feel like, oh, I'm done. Was it easy?
Yeah, it's super easy. I think for me, the hardest chapter actually in the whole book was the snack chapter, because, you know, snacks tend to be a little bit more elaborate. They tend to be, oh, do you need to construct something small, like a past, you know, whatever. But for me, it's like, okay, well, if you have a tin of olives, if you have yellow lentils, you can make a really quick dip. If you have,
that dip is so
excellent.
good,
Thank
guys.
you.
Check that out.
Some anchovies, artichoke hearts from a can
Tell me
with
about
some
the beans.
Parmesan. Lupini beans they're like strangely very popular now because they're very, very, very high in protein. I think the most protein-packed.
They're called lupini?
legume- Yes, lupini.
Okay.
It's actually the seed pod of the lupin, which is the state flower of Maine, I believe. Fun fact. But they're sort of this Italian drinking snack, and I first had them when I was in Italy. And you order your spritz, and they bring you a little dish of potato chips and a little dish of lupini beans, and you kind of eat them as you're playing cards and
Well,
drinking.
which we can do right now. Go ahead, continue.
But they're fully cooked, but they're dense. They're sort of like almost like a nut texture. They're not soft, creamy bean. They're like, you know, a little
It's sort of like
crunchy.
an edamame,
Yes.
but like
Exactly
more
right.
savory.
Yes,
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
I toss them. They're fully cooked when they come. But I toss them with a little bit of olive oil, some chili flake.
And you have
finish
like
with some
this
parsley.
like crispy garlic, or no, that's in the other dip.
There's kind of crispy garlic everywhere, if I'm honest. But yeah, over the lentil dip is really where it shines, because you get like more texture. But the lentil dip is sort of like, for me, I have a lot of friends that don't eat dairy, and I love dairy in my dip. I love like sour cream and onion and labna, but this one is a dairy-free but extremely creamy. So you basically take yellow lentils, which one of the most affordable ingredients you could find, cook them down in water until they're just unrecognizably mushy in the best
That's a
way.
great shot we just got.
No blender food processor required, and then you top it with some crispy herbs and garlic to kind of give you some texture. And it's savory, it's creamy, it's delicious, it's dairy-free. I love it.
Can we just show a picture really quickly of you and your husband and little
And
Charlie
Charlie.
on Halloween, dressed as Ina and Jeffrey Gart?
Yes. Yeah.
And your baby Charlie was a roasted chicken.
He was. Yeah, we put him in the stroller. My husband built a little thing around, and we filled it with vegetables. We couldn't decide if he was chicken soup or roast chicken, but you know.
You might have some therapy to go to about that.
Exactly. I said I would already pay for it. I said it's on me, Charlie, if that happens. But he was seemingly indifferent to the Halloween experience. But maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Give it a little time.
Exactly.
We know we talk to viewers, and they love having you. And they really want to know, what is your go-to snack, the go-to snack that must be in the pantry? This is from Rory. Rory asked this.
Rory, I am a huge fan of all salty, crispy things, and I think because it really can cross the realm of personal snack and entertaining snack, potato chips. You should always have them in your pantry.
Good answer, good answer.
They're highbrow, they're lowbrow, they're everything in between. I love them.
You can never go wrong.
They're
You can never
they're
go wrong.
perfect.
Oh, well, our resident chef. I mean, this week it's been wonderful.
It's been
wonderful,
such a dream to be
wonderful
here.
fun.
Thank you so much for having me. It was
Thank
so
you.
lovely to feed you all.
Yeah, thank you.
You're going to be back.
Oh, I
You're
hope
gonna be
so.
back. Allison's new cookbook, Something from Nothing, is out now. Okay, rock, paper, scissors. Who has to do that interview?
I love him. I love him. You guys